Good afternoon, everybody. It is me, PG Rustic, back with another big NFL news video. So today we have some big news. First off, the Los Angeles Chargers have released five-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Joey Bosa. So this is a really big NFL news thing right now. He's 29 years old. He's been in the league 9 years. Um, you know, defensive rookie of the year. Just absolutely great player. If he keeps playing how he plays until he's like 35, and he wins like a Super Bowl or two, I do think this guy has NFL Hall of Fame potential. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Nick Bosa's younger brother, I think. They both play the same position, and they have the last name, so I'm gonna guess that that's true. But, he was scheduled to play the second season of a 2-year, $40.36 million contract. That was a restructure of a 5-year, $135 million contract extension that he signed in 2020. So basically, he was going to play another year with them, but they officially released him. So there must be some. It's either that they are trying to rebuild another part of the team, and they just aren't super worried about defensive guys. This really makes me wonder if the Chargers are going to try to make some type of trade move to get a guy like Abdul Carter out of the draft. So, yeah. The Chargers save $25.36 million dollars with the salary cap, so I guess it's kind of a good thing. Um, he hasn't had a double-digit sack tally since recording 10.5 in 2021, so he's been kind of falling off. I mean, he only played 14 games between 2022 and 2023 seasons. So he's kind of a health risk for the team. You're paying him a lot of money for possibly not a lot of play. All right, we also got the Dallas Cowboys have officially worked out a 4-year, $80 million deal with defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa, and that would have been possibly a franchise tag placed, but um, yeah, the deal was reached, so he didn't do that. Minnesota Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold seemed like a straightforward candidate for the tag, so the Vikings could buy more time in trying to work at a longer-term deal. But the $40.2 million number for QBs on the tag was reportedly too high for the Vikings. Would have limited their ability to build out the rest of the roster. I'm reading a Yahoo Sports article, so that's why I'm not really talking like too much personality in this yet. I gotta start writing my own scripts, and then I can do that. But we got Tommy DeVito, quarterback, set to return to the Giants. DeVito, 26, has played 12 games in 2 seasons with the New York Giants. He has 1,358 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions in his NFL career. I'm kind of excited for Tommy DeVito. While I don't think he's that great, I mean, he's alright. He's not too bad. Now, do I think that this should stop the Giants from drafting a quarterback? And then, do I think that the Giants should pull the trigger on a different player, such as Travis Hunter, or a different position of need, such as their defense, investing in their defense with a corner or Abdul Carter, or even a guy like Tyler Warren. No, frankly, I don't think that at all. I think that the Giants need a quarterback so badly that it's worth it to keep Tommy DeVito. He's probably a very cheap guy to keep because he hasn't really proven himself as a quarterback yet. But I don't think that Tommy DeVito is the Giants' answer. I think that, frankly, a guy like Shedeur Sanders or what's his name? Even I would recommend. I would even thinking about. I hate to say it, thinking about a guy like Will Howard. Will Howard, I think, has chance to either be the next, you know what I mean, next Brady, or be just a massive bust in the NFL. But I really think that I hope that guy gets a chance. But I was thinking somebody like again what's the quarterback that's projected to go third? I'm trying to think. I'm really sorry. It's not Cam Ward. Shore Sanders, Cam Ward, and then there's another guy I'm thinking of. Oh, Jackson Dart. Okay, Jackson Dart. I think that Jackson Dart might be the answer for the Giants. I think Jackson Dart's game is very good. He's a very good quarterback. But then, you know, I don't like Cam Ward. That's why I feel like they won't draft him. I hate how Cam Ward acted in the game where he got the passing record or the touchdowns record for Miami or whatever. You don't quit on your team even if the game is not that meaningful. That's like I played in a football game last year. It was 48-0. It was a massive win. Our quarterback had so many passing touchdowns. He didn't quit on a team just because we won that game. I understand that we were also still in the fight for the playoffs. We didn't make it, but like no matter what the situation is, you can't quit on your team. Like their team came back and won that game. Miami did not win that game. If he had stayed in Miami, would have won that game. That was some of those seniors' last game, and not all of those seniors are going to get drafted. A lot of them are going to be undrafted free agents who never get signed, who end up working a normal job. So, frankly, I think it was super disrespectful of Cam Ward to just disrespect his other senior teammates, his final football game of their life, possibly. I don't know what else there is to say about that. Cam Ward, I feel like he's just, sorry for my language, kind of an asshole who's a little bit too cocky, and I think that his nonchalantness in games, frankly, will not go over to the NFL that well. Alright, we have ESPN article right here. So, of course, NFL free agency begins at 4 p.m. on March 12th. But Matthew Stafford and the Rams have reached an agreement on a contract adjustment, which created a trickle-down effect for all quarterback-needy teams, the Raiders, Giants, Steelers, and Browns. The most notable quarterbacks free agency are Sam Darnold, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, who the Jets, I think, have already released. With the salary cap increasing by $23.8 million with a record $279 to a record $279.2 million salary cap, many teams will have plenty of cap space with when the negotiating window opens at noon on Monday. On offense, some moves ahead of the franchise tag deadline and negotiation window reshaped the class of receivers available. The Bengals tagged T. Higgins, which would have been the top receiver in free agency for a second consecutive season. The Jets have released wide receiver Davante Adams, who should have many options, but will have to decide whether he wants to team up with Aaron Rodgers again or forge his own path forward. Chris Godwin and Stephon Diggs are set for the open market, but both are coming off of season-ending injuries, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects their value. Um, Chris Godwin, of course, the ankle injury, and Stephon Diggs, his ACL got a little bit messed up. Texans receivers and injuries had a very bad. It was a very abusive relationship that they had this last NFL season. I will say though, I hope that Tank Dell comes back and he's just as good. And you gotta respect the hell out of that touchdown catch. I watched that live and it was just amazing. I wish that he didn't get injured. Tank Dell, I hope that this doesn't end his career, this injury. He's staying with the Texans, by the way. Sorry for going off on this rant, but man, Tank Dell is a very respectable receiver. Outside of receiver, teams are going to be spending a lot of money on this offensive line, on the offensive line positions, where tackle Ronnie Stanley and center Drew Dahlman have both reached free agency. Defensively, there's always a premium placed on pass rushers. There will be a market for veterans Josh Sweat, Khalil Mack, Hassan Reddick, and Joey Bosa, each of whom could provide an immediate impact. I'm a Buffalo fan. They're saying 49ers might land Joey Bosa so he can play with Nick Bosa, but to be honest, I really want to see Joey Bosa in a Buffalo uniform. I know that we already have two very solid edge rushers, Von Miller, and then there's Ed Oliver. I think Ed Oliver is actually just normal defensive tackle, though. So it's very likely and very hopefully that Buffalo decides, let's sign a defensive lineman. That would be amazing. Okay, top free agents available. Here's our top 10 list from Matt Bowen. Never heard of that guy before, but still. Number 1, Ronnie Stanley, offensive tackle. Number 2, DJ Reed, cornerback. Number 3, Chris Godwin, wide receiver. I believe that he was on the Buccaneers. Sam Darnold, quarterback. I mean, I just want to let everybody know. Say your prayers for Sam Darnold to not go back to the Jets. I don't want him to go back to the Jets. I don't think he wants to. Josh Sweat, edge rusher, number 5. Milton Williams, defensive tackle, at number 6. Khalil Mack, linebacker, 7. Charvarius Ward, number 8, cornerback. Javon Holland, safety, number 9. Joey Bosa, number 10, edge rusher. Yeah, to be honest, a lot of these defensive guys I would love to see in a Buffalo uniform, but hopefully it'll happen. Kansas City Chiefs kick things off by tagging guard Trey Smith. I think we talked about that the other day. Wide receivers T. Higgins received the Cincinnati Bengals tag for the second straight year. Top quarterbacks available. We got Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, and Justin Fields. I think that Justin Fields and Sam Darnold are the really important guys. Teams that are likely to be very active in free agency. My New England Patriots. They're my second favorite team because they're my local team. But they have $130 million in cap space, and they are going to be spending big money. They're going to be making big moves in the draft, big moves in free agency. I'd expect Carolina to start rebuilding its defense, going for a safety, and probably a couple of defensive line guys. And Cincinnati, I'm going to assume Cincinnati is going to be looking for a couple defensive guys, maybe as corners and safeties. New York going to need to spend some money on a quarterback. I'd expect Sam Darnold or grab a guy out of the draft and then pick up Travis Hunter. I in the draft pick up Sam Darnold at quarterback out of free agency. The Broncos could be spending a lot of money. They have some uh, they have $43 million in cap space actually, but they're probably going to be looking for a tight end, a couple linebackers or a linebacker, and like Juwan Johnson would be a good fit for them at tight end. So yeah. All right. Sorry. We had guessed. Um, which teams could be quiet in free agency? New Orleans Saints, very likely to, even though be, I wish that they should. Don't wish. I don't care for the New Orleans Saints that much. They are $46 million over the salary cap. So yeah, you gotta take a couple bucks out of Derek Carr's contract. I mean, getting signed to the Saints as a wide receiver or tight end is just CTE Express with the balls he throws. Um, so yeah, Cleveland, $22 million over the cap. San Francisco, gonna be having to up some contracts. Philly, I'm not sure what Philly's gonna do. I don't feel like they need to rebuild any positions. I mean, they could have a little bit more depth overall in some of their positions, but I don't think I can name a specific position outside of like kicker where I'm like Philly needs a new one. I don't think that Elliott guy is that good, but he's not bad. Um, Josh Sweat could be going to the Cardinals. Center Drew Dahlman possibly going to the Bears. That'd be a big move. Nick Bolton to the Broncos. Um, and then big questions. Will the Patriots target a couple of top free agents, or are they more likely to add a handful of quality veterans on low price deals at key positions? I would like for the Patriots to get a couple of younger guys on bigger contracts. I mean, Patriots have so much money right now to spend. I don't think that going for veterans, especially right now, is a great idea. I mean, if they're trying to win right now, but I don't think that going for like 30 or 31-year-old guys at skill positions is a great idea. I think that the Patriots should be trying to target young wide receivers and young offensive linemen. Maybe pick up a couple veteran offensive linemen actually, and like, I'm not sure what the franchise tag actually is, so I'm sorry if I get this wrong. But I think that the Patriots are allowed to talk to T. Higgins right now. If they could do that, that'd be great for them. The biggest priority for free agent for the Bengals is probably going to be getting better up the middle. Guard and defensive tackle are primary concerns entering free agency. Cincinnati got rid of two veteran contracts, defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins and Alex Kappa. So yeah, it's likely that the rookie defensive tackle Chris Jenkins Jr. and McKinley Jackson will be starting. I think that they did start last year. Which one of the Saints' unrestricted free agents would be most likely to stay? Paulson Adebo, Chase Young, and Juwan Johnson will be the most notable names. I think that Juwan Johnson might get signed somewhere else. Juwan Johnson's kind of a big deal at tight end. So yeah, there's a lot of good cornerbacks in free agency. So I want to see Buffalo. I want to see New England. I want to see all these teams that are in desperate need for corners get their guys. We got Patrick McCarry, offensive lineman, He's going pretty under the radar, but he has a 94.6 pass block win rate as a guard and a 71.8 win rate on his run block. This guy, underrated beast. I will tell you, those numbers, 94.6 could be a tad higher, and that 77.1 isn't, or 71.8 run block win rate is not the best, but that guy is still dangerous, man. Darius Slayton, he's solid free agent. And we got Dayingbo. Sorry if I got that wrong. He's not a terrible edge rusher. He's pretty good. You got Robert Spillane at linebacker trying to bring the boom to some guys. So he's pretty good. He's one of the top coverage linebackers as well. The Browns will sign running back J.K. Dobbins and find a way to retain Nick Chubb. I'm reading the bold predictions part of this article now. They're saying that Najee Harris will possibly sign with the Chargers. Sam Darnold could sign with the Raiders. Khalil Mack will sign with the Commanders. Possibly Darnold will sign with the Giants. These are all just big predictions that people have. I really don't think that these are the most accurate predictions on the earth. Okay, we got another article here. Bengals give NFL sack leader Trey Hendrickson permission to seek trade as veteran enters final year of deal. I think that this is just a massive idiot move by the Bengals. The Bengals defense is already bad enough, and you're going to give up your best guy that's not on offense. You're going to give your best defensive player up when you already have the worst defense in the league. Really? I know that he's in his last year of his deal. And he's getting older. But just do better, Cincy. Do better. During his 4 years in Cincinnati, Hendrickson picked up 57 sacks, hitting double digits in 3 of his 4 years. He's coming off a season where he racked up 17.5 sacks, 3.5 more than anyone else in the entire league, by the way, and a career-high 36 quarterback hits. He was also named a first-team All-Pro and finished second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. And they're letting go of this guy. He's still like an amazing player. He will turn 31 in December. This guy is so good at defense, at getting to that quarterback, making tackles, on the stopping the outside run. I'm gonna guess because he's an edge rusher. Why are they getting rid of him? This is a stupid idea. But if Cincinnati trades him, it will save $16 million for them. And then they'll be able to get Jamar Chase and T. Higgins for a bit longer. T. Higgins is a pretty killer wide receiver. So, pretty solid guy. Alright, now we're going to talk about DK Metcalf. So DK Metcalf officially, I think he was released or he's got permission to sign with another. He got permission to talk to other teams, I think. Alright, DK Metcalf requests a trade. Full details and possible landing spots. Yeah. So he's in the final year of his deal, and Seahawks are set to lose 2 of their top 3 receivers. Tyler Lockett's not returning, and Metcalf is on his way out of Seattle. So Tyler Lockett's very good career is coming to a close, and Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to be leaving. The best landing spot for DK Metcalf, Buffalo. Best landing spot for Tyler Lockett, Raiders. Best landing spot for Christian Kirk, Steelers. So yeah. We got Max Crosby landing a historical deal, highest paid non-quarterback player in the NFL now. So yeah, absolutely crazy. And Bengals and Cowboys likely be checking out details of the deal. Raiders sign Super Bowl winning offensive lineman Alex Kappa. Raiders cut Gardner Minshew. So yeah, Gardner Minshew's an alright quarterback. Actually, no, he kind of sucks. I'm looking at his stats right now. 10 interceptions, 9 touchdowns. I mean, that's just terrible. Bears acquired Joe Thuney. Cowboys restructure Dak Prescott's contract. Browns restructure um, Deshaun Watson, famous for his most valuable pervert award. But yeah, actually, the Browns messed with his contract a little bit. They restructured his contract, took away a big amount of money. They freed up $35.8 million. So yeah, Jaguars set to release Christian Kirk. So I think that is everything I have for today. Yesterday I tried to record this video and my microphone was muted all day, so yeah, that was fun. Spoiler alert, I do not win this Madden game right here. So, yeah. I'd love to see Joey Bosa and Metcalf on Buffalo. We got looking through this, there's really no other big NFL news for today. Alright, everybody have a good night.